YouTube. This is part one of Adventure Time backstory. We going to continue for what we know from the last season and the continuous season before this. Now let's start with a good character will be Marceline. Marceline is great because of how her age affects the story. You figure out how she's 1,000 years old. Let's put that in a basic timeline. And she was little. You can remember the episode, like the second to last, of Ice King and Marceline knowing each other. She was little, and in time, it's just 1,000 years for the world to regenerate its grass, its fruit, and there's maybe some mutations, of course. But yeah, that explains that part. Now, how she became a vampire, I believe she was made by someone else, not by the Mushroom War, was because of her bite. Now, I think the father, the dad of Marceline, is the cause of this, because remember how he talks about how he grew up with chaotic evil? I think he found the amulet on the time period of Marceline, and, went crazy and created a vampire. And Marceline is the experiment, I guess. Now, let's go to someone that kind of ruins this very badly, is Finn. Now, Finn is a good character, one of my favorites, and yeah, but he screws up timeline because he's the only human. Remember? Finn the human, Jake the dog. You could say that the fish lady is a human, but let's just say he's the only human. Okay? My projection is that he was sent from the past to the future. Now I'll explain why he's a little kid, no one knew where he was at, and he was left there. And Jake's father and mother took him in. Now, we're going at this. Jake, if we're going to talk about Jake, he's kind of stubborn, good guy. He does what he believes he wants to do. He's a little, if you watched the episode a little few back, Rainicorn's pregnant, yeah, he has kids. Just leave that there. Be happy with that. Now let's go to the Ice King before we forget about him. Ice King, he is important because before all this, before the war, he was a person that he looked for artifacts. He found the book. You know what book I'm telling you about. Forget the name, but you know about it. The book is one of the most important facts and artifacts he found, and I'm pretty sure that led up to him finding the crown. The crown, he made him insane, and he lost his princess. His wife left him, and that will explain why he goes crazy and tries to capture his princess. He's trying to catch the princess he lost. Now, Gunther and the Penguins, I believe that's just another way of Marceline in there, because the Ice King met Marceline when they were little. I think that's a symbolization of her being little. Now, what we're going to go to is finally the Lich, so I don't take too much of your time. The Lich and the princesses. The Lich, I believe, is the cause of humanity's evil, the Mushroom Wars effect. It's pretty much death walking. Now, Lich is hard to explain because he's just pure evil. We have not given a great explanation of how he's created, but that's a prediction. Now, the princesses of the land of U, now, those are important because of the power crowns. Now, I already thought of this, and the book was an amazing idea. It was good, and it really tells the importance of the princesses and how they were protecting from the Lich for so long. And I believe that if you notice that most of the princesses, I say most because only one, I don't really think she's a princess, and is Lumpy Space Princess, who has parents. And I believe she's just a spoiled brat, and she thinks of herself as a princess. Now, they have no parents, so age, you can say that they're young, you can't really explain, but like Princess Bubblegum, she's 18. Let's put it and give it that. Thank you for listening. If you see any flaws in my comment, and my words I said in the video, please comment so I can, well, make the next video better. And yeah, press that plus sign or thumbs up sign. Yeah, let's go with that. Thumb sign. Okay, thanks guys.